Hello and good day, everybody. Chuck here. What we're doing today is something a little bit unorthodox, and I have no idea how this is going to come out. What we're making here is beer batter pancakes. Now, I have done the beer batter before. My dad does it on a regular basis. Just go buy a bottle of beer and mix it in. Instead of using your water or your milk in with the pancakes, use a small bottle of beer. The yeast and the hops and the carbonation inside the beers do an excellent job of making the pancake rise, make it light, fluffy. Oh, they're so good, seriously. This case right here, I'm trying something a little different. I got to reading around the internet, found some different recipes where people are using sodas, like using root beer, using Sprites and stuff like that. I want to make an energy pancake. I was down at the convenience store, which is kind of like right down the street from where I'm at, from where I live, and I was in there nosing around. Occasionally I drink these energy drinks just for kicks and giggles. They had this new one right here. I haven't ever tried it, and it's supposed to be like a Monster energy drink, non-alcoholic, as you see right here, energy brew as they call it. Reading the ingredients on the bottle, it's got like ginseng, some of the barley, but it's not all the non-alcoholic type brews. It's got a lot of actually natural ingredients in it, oddly enough. Tasted it straight up. No, just before, this is it right here, the dark color. Tried a little bit of a drink. It's actually pretty good. Never tried this before. I tried it. I like it. But I'm going to do something a little bit unorthodox here. I'm going to make a pancake out of it. So let me get set up, and we'll start mixing this stuff up. Oh, before I get too carried away, I need to explain the rest of the ingredients. Back in the back, we got 2 cups of sifted all-purpose flour. Right back here behind the bottle, we got half a cup of white sugar. And inside the same sugar, I don't know if you can see the piles back here in the back, little tiny ones. Got 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, which we'll be beating here in a moment, because they've been bad. 2 cups of your drink, whatever. Now you can make, if you want to do the beer mix, do that. If you want to do a soda mix, do that. Totally up to you. Then we got a stick of butter hiding back here. It's a 1/4 cup, and that's basically what you need to make it. So let me get to mixing. Hey, I just want to show y'all something real quick. The flour being sifted. What you want to do is, now you can go buy a legit, flour sifter if you want to, but just use a good strainer like this and just shake it through. Basically what you're after is getting all the clumps of the flour out of there. You want it nice and smooth as it can be. And you just keep shaking it through like that, and you'll know that it's all separated like it should be. And then your clumps will be sitting inside the strainer, and then you can mash up the clumps. They'll pass right on through. See? A few little clumps right there, but if you keep shaking them. And I got 3 hard-headed ones right there. And I get in there and I mash them up and they fall right on through. Alright, that's how you sift with the strainer. Also, when you're putting in the other mixes, the salt, the sugar, and all that, and the baking powder, this is baking powder chunks right here. It's worth it. Now, I've had it for a day or two to see how it's all hard and crunchy. That's why you want to sift everything as you put it through. See a little bit. There you go. See, you can see a little better now. So that right there, I'm just going to trash that. So, anyway, I just want to show you all that. After getting all the ingredients there, just get you a spatula or a whisk, either one. Just keep tossing this stuff around until you make sure you want your sugars, your baking powder, and all that stuff you want. Make sure it's all good, incorporated, and mixed in together. So now let's get the eggs and get them beat up real good. Be right back. Okay, here we have the eggs and the butter, and what I did with the butter, I put it in the microwave, this little microwave safe glass bowl, for about 30 seconds. And it melted it down some, but that's just got a little bit left in it. But if you keep stirring it up, that will melt out the rest of the butter, and it'll also keep from, if you microwave butter too much, it tends to want to separate into like a water yellow slimy mix. So just stir it up a little bit, it'll finish melting. Now, the eggs. I put the eggs in like a protein shaker bottle type thing. And I'm just going to stir them up good. Then once these are beaten good, pour the butter in with the eggs. Slosh around, make a mess, and mix that up. So, alright, let me get set up for the next step. Now what we want to do is, here's the egg mix, egg and butter mix. Pour that in. Slimy. That's not nasty. Alright, now we all want to pour our choice of liquid in. Like I said, that could be, I'm doing an energy drink thing here just for experimental purposes. Most recipes call for water, for milk, or even your beer batter recipes, which are obsolete. But no, I know, because I've done them several times. I don't drink, but I do, cook with them occasionally. So now what we're going to do, stir all this up, get all the lumps out of it. So I will not bore you to death watching me stir this. I will be back. I just want to show you a quick little technique. See how it gets up on the sides right here? You scrape it down a little bit. And as you take the whisk and hold it like this right here, it's the easiest way to do this. Whisk it around like this and just keep rotating your bowl. That way you get, if there's any chunks or... It just helps get everything really well mixed in. And if you get, every so often check the sides. Make sure you got nothing stuck up here. Therefore you get all the batter and you maximize all your ingredients. So I'll be right back. I got the griddle all heated up. Now this thing right here is bad. Bad meaning as really good. I'm sorry. That legal thing. What the unique thing is about this little griddle here, it folds up, which I can't do right now because it's heated up. It's actually pretty hot at the moment. You can change these plates out. See, here's the plate for the grill, like if you want to do burgers, steaks, pork chops, chicken, whatever. You can change those plates out. Or you put the flat plates on like it is now and do your griddle for like your pancakes. Of course, it does the clamshell. Trust me, this thing makes the foreman look like a Tinker toy. Alright, like I said, the griddle's hot, and how we know this? Take a little bit of water in your hand. And see how the water's kind of dancing on top of the griddle? That means we're ready. Take a little bit of batter. I got me a 1/4 cup measuring cup here. Pour you out a little bit like that. Over here on the other side. Now, if you want to make your pancakes bigger, you can. I'm just make them this size because that's for the heck of it. I don't know. I can't give you a good reason. That's just what I'm doing. Then what we're going to do is we're going to watch this right here. The edges will start to turn dry. The middle of it will get little bubbles in it. That's when you know you're going to be about ready to flip it. See, the little remnants are there. They're about ready to flip already. I tell you what, while these are cooking, I'm just going to kill the camera because it's kind of boring watching this. So I'll be right back with you. I've already actually made a few of them already, thrown them on the plate. But I want to show you. Centers of them getting dry. Edge of it getting a little dry. These don't bubble up too much like the the original pancake recipes do. I'm assuming it's because I'm using that energy drink. They don't rise as well, but I've already ate one of them and they're actually pretty daggone good. Just kind of work these faster around it. Look, no metal on this, no metal. This stuff is very good about not sticking. These plates are very good about not sticking. Don't damage them by using metal on them. Look at that. Nice golden brown. That's some good looking stuff. They're kind of thin like crepes. Just flip them over, let the other side bake in good. So next time I see you, we'll have a plate of them. And I just want to show you when it was a good time to flip them. The edges start getting dry. The centers of them, they bubble for a moment, then they twist. Never really rise too high, but that's okay. That means they're not going to be extremely filling, and you can eat a whole bunch of them because they're actually got a nice sweet taste to them. And they're very good, surprisingly enough. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out by using that that Monster energy drink in them, but now we got energy pancakes. And surprisingly enough, they actually turn out pretty good. They're a sweet taste. They don't have that weird, I don't know, energy drink taste, I guess. They're good, that's all I can say for it. So I want to make up a few more of them, so next time you see me, we'll have a big plate stuck up here, and I'll do the taste test for you. So y'all in a bit. Just showing you I'm still making pancakes. So far I think this batter is probably going to net you about 14 little pancakes using a 1/4 cup size measuring cup. And there's the homemade pancake syrup right there. I poured in a container for storage and to use on these. This stuff right here is awesome. I'll get y'all the recipe to that too. And something else I was toying with while I was doing it. This right here is a glaze. I'm working on a recipe for a German chocolate cake. This right here is actually going to go in after you pull the cakes out of the oven. I'm going to pour it, kind of brush it on top of the cakes before I build the layers. It's going to be a 3-layer German chocolate cake. That is a special, I guess you call it a syrup, because I'm just going to brush it on top of it as the cakes come out. I'm going to brush it on top of the cakes so it'll soak into it. That's the only way I know how to explain that. But it's very good. And when I get the recipe perfected, I will put that up for you. Also, these are taking about 5 minutes per side. And I have this, back over here. And I have my little griddle thingy set on about 425. And like I said, they're taking about 5 minutes per side. And these are here ready to come off. So I'm going to slap these on a plate real quick. Look at there, don't they just look yummy? This syrup right here, homemade, and I'll put you a link to that recipe so you can make that for yourself too. Stuff's awesome. It's got buttermilk in it. Very unique syrup, but it is so good. Pancakes, as I told you, I made this with a Monster energy drink. I really didn't know what to expect, because honestly, you guys are seeing this for the first time. I have never made this right here before. It turned out a little thinner than I expected, but that's okay, because you know, if you make crepes are really, really thin pancakes. It's basically what they boil down to. Nonetheless, these things are good. So I'm going to show you the taste test. See how thin they are? Which really is not a bad thing, because they're not quite as filling. People, no joke. These things are good. There you go. One of my random, out of whim, going to make up something recipes. It's just good. I don't know what to tell you. This is good. Well, everyone, if you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up. Comment below. If you really like all my videos, subscribe to my channel. That way, each time I submit something new, you guys will get your emails. You'll get notified. You'll know to come check it out and see what else is good eating. So, get in the kitchen. Make you some high energy pancakes. Everyone, thank you for checking out my videos. Thank you for hanging out with me. Everyone, peace out. Have a great day. See y'all.